Good evening. 3 time zones. Oh, how nice to see you all. So please feel free if there's anything you like to explore, shine the light on. Or just be together. Nice, taking a moment to step into this field. And again, just, if you like, just see if you can witness how your system is doing it. Bettina.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi. Nice to see you too.
I think there's something that you would like to speak.
Please.
Yes. And I noticed it at the moment also, if there is a thought, should I raise my hand or not? And there's a habit not really to rest. I know that's the best, but there's always always the same. Sorry, it's always the same. I'm without work since a few months, and the mind is troubled with how would it be and what should I do, and oh God.
Yeah.
It's constantly that feeling of doing and not being able to do, and so something like that.
Mm. So how about, is that feeling there right now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just be with that feeling, and if possible, let's take those labels off. So it's just the feeling, just the sensation, or the sensation. So not giving it a meaning for just one moment. So for one moment, it doesn't mean anything about you or about anything, just for one moment. Let's see if that is possible. And then, if you can allow me to feel it too, can there be a, can there be a conscious invitation for me to feel it too? No meaning, just, us here showing it all, showing up for this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. How nice is that? Not trying to make it better or not trying to change it, or it's just, yes, yeah. Ooh. It's strong. It's, don't know what to do with it, and we don't have to do anything with it, but we're together.
And that immediately makes it easier somehow.
Yeah, there you go. That's what they all say, The moment there is a sense of aloneness or separation, it's terror. The moment there is a sense of union, of wow, it makes it easy. Yeah. And that's what we're learning in a way. Yeah? That's every thought form, every sensation is longing to come into union. Oh.
And really not able up till now that how to do.
Yeah. Sometimes it does it by itself. Yeah. And then the moment it gets invited, it drops. I mean, it drops. It's, yeah. You say? It,
yes, it drops really.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The moment something gets a sense of it has to do it by itself and it's all alone.
And would it do wrong and it's not good enough and it has no right to speak or to show.
Yes. And the mind active and on and on and on. Yeah, yeah. But can't find help, of course. It's not possible. Then it has to hide, then it's ashamed, and then it's punishing itself, then it starts reaching out again, then it doesn't want to live anymore, then it doesn't, it's just, yeah. And then it steps into this field of, wow, not aloneness. Oh, it's so beautiful. In German, actually, is similar, not alone, all one, huh? Like allein, all-eins, yeah, all-ein, yeah. It's funny, it's very similar, yes. But it's, yeah.
But isn't the whole life the same? All this, gegeneinander oder diese Widersprüche.
Yeah. Opposites, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Ja. Und immer wieder dieses ständige Bemühen, irgendwas. Achso, Entschuldigung, jetzt spreche ich Deutsch.
I also didn't notice. Yeah.
Sorry. Always this. Yeah. Das heißt bemühen. Trying.
Trying.
Always.
And then here. In all oneness. Just like that. Huh? Just, it's spoken and it does that. Everybody could see. Everyone can see it. It's like, what? Wow. I don't have to do it by myself. You can't. It's just not possible. It's in that field of separation. Actually, nothing gets done. Huh? It's just struggle. It's the moment it comes into all one. All of a sudden, it just, it's a different kind of doing that comes from here. Because now from here we can look. What are the options for getting a new job? Is it necessary? Where, how, what's the next step?
Yes.
From here. Yeah, from here. From the sense of togetherness.
Yeah. And what the next step? And when there's no step, and it's the fighting goes on again.
But right now, we are in a different field. See, it pulls back into that old run. That's what we know. So we kind of, okay, there it went again. And now I'm inviting it to come back. I'm inviting it to come on this side again. Yeah. So we feel together, whatever this is. And then we look again from here. And if nothing shows up, it's fine. Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
There's a part that says, no, that's not fine.
Yeah. But, here, do we have to listen to that?
No.
Or can we invite it to come here to us?
Yeah, and that's also, I noticed, it's fine that it get noticed, the habit to push it away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And there again, the habit comes from being
Yeah.
alone. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Then there are kind of, yeah, multi-personalities. Huh? It's
Yes.
like one says, no way, you're not coming in. The other says, but I have to, I have to. And the next says, oh, I'm so scared. The other one is so upset. Then, you know, just multi-personalities in one system.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in the retreat, each one that speaks was me.
Yeah.
Someone,
Yeah.
sometimes more, sometimes I don't notice that so much, but I know everyone is
Yeah.
the same here. It plays all here.
Same here, yes. And it's everywhere, here too. We know every voice.
Yes, yes.
We know
Some better, some
sensation.
not so good, but we know it all, yes.
Yes, we do. We know it all, yeah. So if we know it all, to whom does it actually all belong?
Good question.
Yeah, it is an amazing question.
Yes.
Huh? It's an absolute amazing question. It's like if everything you say is experienced here too. It's like, what the heck? Is it yours? Is it mine?
It is.
Is it? Yeah. 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 And then again, you know, somehow our systems are used to going with it, believing in it. It's you and me, and you have your story, I have my story, and so on. And mine is worse than yours.
Yes,
okay, here it's a bit easier than there, but mostly it's, oh man,
terrible.
I've done, yeah. Until somehow there's an invitation from the universe or multiverse or from somewhere to not give it any meaning whatsoever and just be present with whatever comes without giving it a meaning, and that in togetherness. Yeah. And then noticing what that does to the whole field. How it's actually life-changing, isn't it? It's like from one realm that's struggle and difficult into, oh wow, opportunity. Wow, into wowness in a certain way, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's
and then yeah, I noticed that wow I miss sometimes.
And that's just a word.
Just a word,
you know.
yes.
That's just, you know, it's a wow. It's an, however the sound comes out of your system. It does not matter.
I would love to look a bit deeper in this because
Wow, you just invited yourself and all of us back into the field. Did you notice that,
Yeah,
yeah.
something.
And and notice what it does. So that was happening over there. So the invitation was received just by itself. It was seen, oh, this is also just a thought. Don't need to go there right now. It's huge, actually, what happened there. It's huge. Mm. There again, it's inviting, Yeah. Mm.
It's somehow difficult for me because your curtains are not so closed this time. And there's a little, and there's wie sagt man, Neugier. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
wanna have a
you.
look, wanna have a look.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
There's something so curious to look. It's beautiful.
Ah, was that good enough?
Yes, that was good enough. It was really just good to speak it.
Oh, what a most beautiful invitation. I saw that too, but then it's like, oh, too late.
No, it has to be, it seems like that.
Absolutely. And oh, isn't it beautiful that you can
Yes.
feel free enough just
Yes.
to mention it? And yeah, this side too.
Yes, please. Ah, so much green. You are in the jungle.
Yeah, yeah, we're in the jungle. Yes,
Wow.
yes. And it's been raining. We have a really rainy summer. It's lush and beautiful and not so hot. So we're very lucky. Yeah, just the opposite of, Western Australia, Denmark, there's fires right now. It's really bad. Friends have to leave their houses and lose the houses. And yeah, it's really, really bad. So we're blowing the rain over there. May there be rain. What's also very, very nice, I mean, it's just a curtain or something, but just that curiosity that comes out of our systems by itself when it's allowed to express itself and, just to change subject. It's so, so, so healthy. It's so, so, so healthy. It's like, when children want to learn something, they come and they maybe can focus for 1 minute, maybe, if even, and then they have to run off and just do something else. But when they're ready, they come back. So we're so
Playing,
used to,
yes, like playing.
yes, exactly. Taking a little bit and chew it, digests, and it puts it somewhere. And then while you do something else, run around or jump up and down, and then you come back. Oh, there was something that was really curious for me. Now I want the next bit,
Yes.
Yes. So this was just what's behind that curtain.
Yes.
Yeah. So wow.
But
Very beautiful.
allowing to play, that's really an issue. Yes.
No, not anymore.
Ah, no, not an invitation. An invitation.
Yeah. It also really depends on where it finds itself, in which situation, since we are mostly trained to not play. Oh, yeah, then we just don't. But when there's an invitation, it just does it by itself. It's so wonderful to see. So healthy, so healthy. Mm-hmm.
And not so serious like it seems all the time.
Yeah. It's good to remind each other and to have a moment together in a field where nothing is serious. Yeah. Such good medicine. And it's so strange because, there's such a beautiful intention behind the seriousness. Huh? It so wants to do good in a way. but it just doesn't get that, you know, when there's a playful field, yeah, it still looks after itself, doesn't it? It's not stupid. It's more, that's where the real intelligence just starts to move and blossom. It's, yeah, it's just the opposite, I guess. Huh?
I'm so happy that I have the time to be with you whenever it's possible. It's really a big gift at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. To step into this, to step into, the all.
Always
all
following
oneness.
the invitation again and again. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And then you start inviting yourself. You should see that.
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
That's a big wish. Yes, that's that's a
watch
longing.
watch the video.
Yes.
Watch it.
Yes,
I can see, you know, it's actually, maybe I shouldn't mention it, because the moment I mention it, your system steps out. It's quite interesting.
The moment you mention?
Yeah, the moment I say it, the
Yes.
moment I say that your system is actually inviting by itself, then it steps out, says, oh, it's a longing, that's what it wishes, it moves away.
Okay.
So maybe you should watch it.
Yes. Yes.
Because when we are together, and I'm not saying that kind of stuff, your system is inviting. There you come again. There you come again. It's just when I say it, you know, then it goes into the thought of, no, yes, it would like to do
able.
it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
able.
Yeah, yeah. And that scene. Yes. It's very, very able. Yeah. We all can see that. It's visible and you can feel it too. Okay.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Oh. Zoe.
What do I do now?
Yeah, it's fine. I can hear you. I can see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It may
Yes.
drop out because the internet's not so good.
Yeah.
and big, I'm in the flight path of the water carriers, helicopters, and
Yeah.
those huge big planes. So it's feels a bit like a war zone. Yeah.
So Zoe is, just for everyone, she is in Western Australia, where very close to the fires. So she has packed her bag already, just in case she has to leave the house. So the planes are doing their best. The firefighters are there. Yeah, I can imagine. Is it smoky?
Just starting to be smoky. It's now as the wind is bringing it across. So I may have to leave town tomorrow anyway because of the smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a place where you will go, where you can go?
What is kind of head towards Albany. That's the general thing. But it's quite funny being very sort of calm in one place and yet also hypervigilance and almost at the same time. It's strange. Yeah.
Oh, it's intelligence pure.
How do I pack? What do I pack?
Yes.
Whoa, God. You know, that sort of, so that's that. It's a bit strange. Yeah. And of course I've got all the food on the stove that I suddenly had to cook just because I needed to. I've got goat stew and chicken broth and potatoes, and then it's like, I might have to leave all my food behind. Strange little,
Take your food.
Other than take my food. I mean, COVID bad enough because suddenly Denmark, for the first time ever, is having to wear masks. We haven't had to up until just a couple of days. And now fires, it's kind of like, wow, you know. No real safe place to go in a sense, and yet there's a deep feeling of safeness or peace, which I put down to you and the Sangha, and it's very accessible, Meike. It's kind of like each time the system starts to go a bit weird, then this other quiet stillness comes, which is absolutely, I know, to do with this. And other than near-death experiences, you know, kind of really scratching at the door, not much that same sense of inner quiet or is so accessible. And even when the system and the whole thing is there's still this knowing that is there. And the next few minutes it comes, it's there, you know. So we wanted to do that because that's quite huge.
Absolutely. What a delight to hear and to feel.
Well, who knows when the flames are licking at the door. But to feel that is lovely. And the whole sense of that the Sangha and the chi field, you know, that we're doing this, all of that is so close. It is here all the time. And I suppose because we're doing this chi with qigong with Barb, which is the quieter version. And somehow that has made everything very clear here in this system, in this body. And it doesn't separate the awareness and the consciousness and the flow and the chi and anymore. It's sort of like it's the cells in the body, everything are getting to be mushed up with this. And also last week you were talking about, I think it was with Sylvie, you know, having one foot in the other world and other worlds and one here, grounded, whatever that is. And it seems like all of those worlds are, or dimensions or other possibilities are so present and than ever before. Like they're just a breath away or a focus of attention, really.
Yes, the focus of attention.
A focus of attention.
Yes.
And
exactly.
that deep quiet goes with it. I suppose I would call that the foot on the ground kind of thing, or in the earth, but more than that, much more than that, of course. It's this piece. So that's it, really.
Wow.
I have to kind of probably. It's pretty good. I mean, it's like all the comics I used to read as a kid, you know. Dick Tracy and all these sort of fantasy things, and have all come true. All those little bubbles of imagination and creation and films and things, and it's like, oh, it's all here. It's every single bit. I don't quite know what I'm saying, but it's, if we live to get through all this junk, wow, you know, wow. Because in a way, the masks, and because that's new for us here, we haven't had the scare or the fear of COVID. That's been happening elsewhere. And now that's sort of clear and permanent. It's like, oh, no hugging, no touching. The separation, seemingly, of the human from each other through from all of the mandates seem to be quite big, and yet the effect is having the opposite of bringing people together in a community way, and a caring way, and a kind way, and our hearts are reaching out. The compassion is it's a paradox, an amazing paradox, that on the one hand there's all this shit happening, and on the other a new way of being is being born and experienced and lived. So it is exciting times. And I do have to go and pack the esky and pack my car and do all that kind of stuff and sleep well enough tonight. So I just wanted to say hello and thank you, and this connection is huge. You said you were blowing the rain out
Yes. My
Um,
grandmother,
it
you
was
know.
gorgeous. Yeah, because it's yeah.
Mhm. Rain
Yeah.
will come in the
So the
next
breeze.
days. Maybe not
Oh, it
tomorrow,
will
but the day
absolutely.
after. Mhm.
All the way from Byron Bay, from
Yeah,
Bimby.
and other places.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So thanks, Micah, and thanks for the group. I feel you wherever you. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
lovely, really good. Yep.
Mm. Oh, thanks, Zoe.
Nothing much else to say.
Oh, that was quite
Hope
something.
my house goes.
Say again.
I hope my house doesn't get burned up and
Yeah.
my gut,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
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 What?
Blessings and prayers.
Yeah, yeah.
May nobody lose their homes, huh?
A few have already.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the invitation is so strong that it keeps luring the system back. So,
Wow. So good to hear.
thanks a lot. I'll tap in again if I can, but otherwise I'm off
Yes.
pack. Okay.
Thanks, Zoe.
Ciao. You're welcome. How do we turn it off? Sorry, I'm trying
To mute yourself? Yeah, done. Shella.
That was a bit unexpected.
Ah.
And not at the other side because I wanted to raise my hands for some while. But,
you never know when it happens.
Yeah. I would love to connect with you and just sit for a bit.
Pleasure.
And the mind is very active, wanting to say, but it's not important. Oh, yeah.
Mind does that, huh? It's just all over the place. And we're here at the same time.
can you maybe describe what you see what my system is doing?
That's very sweet.
Because there's something I'm aware that mind is saying, am I making this up or not? Or yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I know you know that the mind is making everything up.
Yeah, the mind does.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, some people say, don't believe the mind ever.
Mm.
And I have personally followed that idea and I love it. Oh, because man, my personal mind comes up with stories and ideas. And oh, it's like if I would believe all of that, I don't know where I would be, I tell you. And it creates sensations. Every story, every thought form is like, oh, then you end up with these feelings and emotions and all over the place. Crazy, insane.
Mm.
So, you know, when I heard that, just don't believe the mind at all. You know, something clicked in me. I was like, yeah, gosh, don't believe it. So, and it's actually with sensations the same. It's like the, you know, strong uncomfortable sensations, and they come with a meaning. You know, they tell you it's this, and it has something to do with you being wrong, or you should do it differently, or you should know how to do it, or stuff like that. No, not believing it.
This was actually about something behind that and good feelings.
Good feelings.
Yeah, and opening up and
yeah, even that.
Mm.
Even that. Yeah. And what happens then? Huh? Well, even that, even good feelings.
Yeah.
And all the stories about that.
Mm. Mm.
It looks very beautiful. What happens when you
That's
said
really
that?
funny.
Yeah, you just really get the joke, huh? Just for a moment there. Wow. Yeah. Don't believe anything. Yeah.
Such a relief.
Such a relief. I can feel it. Can you see what happens when you get a relief? It's like, oh, my system gets all, fantastic. Yes, I see. You see. You see that I see that you see. We see. It sees. And then it can play. Or whatever, you know, also just an idea.
And that all happening is by itself. It's incredible.
It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely. You know, when it's really just whatever it is, it's, I mean, just using words, standing there and is being in awe of itself, isn't it? Wow. My goddess. How did you do all this? How are you doing it? How? Wow. So creative, so creative. Every moment different. Yeah, and then quiet. Yeah. See, the cat gets it too. Let's live like this. Huh? Yeah, that's also just an idea, because can't. You know, it just does what it does. We're just lucky of having a moment right now. Huh? But at the same time, it's like everything comes out and comes alive. And it's like, oh yes, I like to live like this. I want to live like this. I want to live like this. I like your cat. It's playing.
Yeah. She's very good in playing. She's a very good example for me. Yeah, just to be.
Use the moment wisely, playing. And even these sensations right now, it's like, oh yeah, it's not the most comfortable, but we both feel it, and maybe our friends too, and we are feeling it together. It doesn't disturb us much, actually.
It's very nice to hear from my system you say that. Gives a very sense of safety.
Yes. And here again, that sense of safety comes immediately in when there's a sense of union, isn't it? Not alone. Again, that all one, not alone. Must be a similar word in Dutch. Huh? It's also like allein. I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's very similar to the German word. Yeah.
Allein.
Yeah.
And it's a sense, because it, you know, we have, and we do project it so on each other. We think it's people or something, but it's a felt sense. You can have that when the body is kind of alone, not with others. You can have the same sense. But at first it's easier to get it through each other and with each other. And at one point it might get it and do it by itself. It might have a sense of all oneness, being in union with everything, when it's just going to the bathroom, or when it's just sitting somewhere. Because it is, and you can see it, it is so intelligent. It recognizes when there is a field where it's invited to be in union. No? It recognizes that. Because we're not doing anything. It's so amazing. We are not doing anything. We're not saying you have to do this, or you go like this, or you have to it's not like that. It's more letting it all alone in a certain way. And then it's just self with self. It's like a totally different universe is opening up. With amazing possibilities. And again, to live like this. Yeah.
It's funny, there's a deep breathing happening that feels very safe as well.
Yes. Feels so good over here to see and sense it.
This heart area, it feels so thirsty. When you mention that, the breathing, yeah.
Same here. Same here. So thirsty for this. So thirsty. And it's nice. From time to time, it takes a big sip. Huh? And then that beautiful smile comes. That was yummy. More.
Yeah.
But first need to digest it. First need to digest the sip. Okay. You can't just pour it in like that. You've got to let it sink in.
It feels really clear, or it's nice.
Yes, it is clear. Yeah. Yeah. I took another big sip. What I also love with this is it feeds on itself. Huh? It's not, you're not giving me anything, I'm not giving you anything, and at the same time we both take these thick sips, or these big huh? Where does that come from? Huh? Nobody is giving, nobody is receiving. It's it's just doing it. It feeds on itself in the most exquisite way. It knows exactly when to take the next sip, and it says enough for a moment. Now it's digesting again. Just words.
Yeah.
Another little sip. It's the most yummiest nectar, huh?
That is.
I think Papaji was the one who said, this bar is always open. Or one of those people. Our good old friends were gone already. Who knew the same. Absolute delight drinking with you.
Don't want to stop.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Don't stop. See, that's the opportunity in a way. Huh? It's like when we say goodbye, that it doesn't mean we stop drinking. Yeah. For a while, I've been experimenting with that. I mean, because I'm experimenting myself in my own system. Like, how is my system doing it? Whatever, my system is also, it's funny to speak that way, but it seems like as if something is learning how to stay in this field, how to stay here in this yumminess, which is not excited in a certain way, which is not, yeah, how can I say, it's not that which has an opposite. Because then it can go away again, isn't it? How is it actually stepping into this field every time we come together? Every time we come together, it happens actually instantly for all of us. Our systems know it. So how is it doing it? How? And it's so nice to get really fine there. I'm playing with that actually every day, whenever it comes to mind, whenever there's the time for that. It's like, how? So that it doesn't have to say goodbye ever, even though what appears in front of you looks different. Because then it's not dependent, you know, it's not, it doesn't have to do anything with me. It doesn't. That's the truth. It just seems at first that way, because it seems like the invitation comes from here. But it doesn't have anything today to do with this here.
Nice invitation for me to play with that.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So no goodbye. Gaia.
Hello, Meike.
Hello.
Everything that's been said and shared is so landing here in a calm and steady place. which
Wow.
feels very, very precious.
Mm.
So I just want to drink further,
Mm.
further, a little bit with you, Alison.
Mm.
This
Let's drink
feels
together.
such a privilege.
Yeah.
Such a privilege.
Mm. Yeah. How did we get so lucky? Amongst all the turmoil, you know.
Just awe when the moments are here in this field. You know, I've been looking at, you know, you asked the question, how do you drop in? What do you, and today when Bettina it's like we're all one chi field universal body. It's the only way I can explain it. And when when everybody shares, but when she opened up those things we discussed that we all have, that's how I land.
Oh.
It appears right now, you know, then this idea of the heart, but there's a
yeah,
plug in. There's a plug in.
I like that. The plug in. Yeah.
Mm. Oh. And I'm in such awe. I haven't been sleeping. This is just a bit of the story, but I want to just share it in terms of how it's juxtapositioned. Haven't been sleeping because of things that have been happening, like night after night after night, no sleep. Yeah. And watching the insanity and the everything coming up, and wanting to die, and having the pictures that the mind's chucking up. And then I come here and it's like, and then I drink, and if it wasn't for Clyde knocking on my door this morning, when I was lying down doing every meditation I could, just holding me and crying with me, because he was acknowledging some of the things within himself. The universe, when I hit that rock bottom, there's always this magic, for want of a better word. Yeah. There's always an angel.
Yes.
Not when you want it, but almost when there's a death.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
So just watching this dying, and it's huge, and it's the body-mind software that's sabotaging in a felt sense like I've never felt before. Not I, but that's uncomfortable and very hard to get space outside of. Yeah. And then I come here and And I loved what you were saying to that beautiful woman before, Rochelle, not to get caught in the ecstasy, excitement of that too. Sitting here today, feeling a new steadiness, you know. I just wanted to share. Just wanted to share that, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's wonderful to hear.
And I've been saying it's a miracle, but it's actually, feels very natural and forgotten and being reclaimed through this gift you offer us.
Thanks for taking it.
Oh, I'm so hungry, as you know.
Mm.
You know, the hunger.
Yeah, I so
The
know
hunger.
exactly for all of us, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is me. Everybody.
And everybody is hungry. Oh,
Yeah.
Take the next sip into
And
the
this
heart.
throat, and this throat pattern blockage, it feels like it's not mine. It's like a collective. I bumped into two people in the supermarket without masks. And I went up to them and said, I just want to honor you. I wish I had that courage. And all sorts of connections and miracles unfolded because of that simple speaking. Like Bettina talked about, just speaking, the curtains. It's so fundamental, isn't it?
It is.
And yet forgotten in our systems.
Not anymore, it seems.
No.
Not anymore, huh?
No.
It's waking up big time.
Oh, nowhere else to go.
And blessings to Clyde.
Yeah.
That he came in. Sweet man.
Yeah. His heart is just bursting. And he's given me a lot of support here, brought me roses, keeps sitting in front of me, telling me I am love, and just letting his feelings flow. I will. And I invited him today, and I think he will come at some stage, but he's on his journey, but I will.
Oh, happy to hear.
Yeah, he's been an angel in my landing here, which has been very bumpy.
It's good news.
And not now. Not right now. So much love, so much gratitude.
Mwah.
Thanks, everybody else. I feel you all so deeply. So much love.
Iris. Judith, you're next. I saw you just a little after.
It's a bit strange today. Good evening.
Good morning.
What do you sense? I'm not sensing. It's really it's a strange feeling. Energy is pulling in all directions, and I'm not exactly sure. Maybe when you move, then I, yeah, then it's yeah. Yeah, there is such a longing.
I love hanging out with you, Iris.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
all I can say. I just love seeing you. And I love feeling you.
To me, it feels like a slight disconnect. I do not know exactly.
Yeah, not to me.
That's good. I'm happy to.
Yeah, you know, I do sense that there are you know, that stuff is going on.
Yeah, a lot.
But somehow it doesn't it doesn't register it as a disturbance. It's I know you, and I know you know me. I know there is such a deep knowing. Yeah, I don't know how else to say this. Just a joy in me to see you and to be with you.
Yeah, the system is pulling in all directions. There's a lot of pain, but there is a sense of meeting you, but it's really, usually there is more flow. And there's a little bit of irritation.
Yeah. And now it's named, it's acknowledged, and so what? So what?
Yeah.
You know, even if you would shout at me. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's you know, after Isaac and I living and sharing the same place and we're living together, and it's like, wow, you know, just see how our systems have grown together and evolved together with everything, and both on our own feet in a certain way, you know, and still patterns get touched, but sometimes funny words come out, but it does not disturb anything. It doesn't disturb. So it's more, so what? So what? After, you know, sometimes it's could be a bit serious, but it's actually not. And then we just laugh. Like, wow, what was that? You know? So it can't really disturb what we have. I mean, it's so funny to speak it this way, but yeah, the
These
way I
bodies just
sense
do their
you.
thing, yeah.
Exactly. And you know, for so long, they have made themselves wrong for it. You know, they have made themselves wrong for any emotion, for any reaction, for looks, for everything in a certain way. And that is coming to peace. It's like, whoa, as if there is a compassion for all these reactions that's getting bigger, that's growing. Oh, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. So, yeah. I don't know what you have to do to disturb our connection, but I mean, I've lived with Isaac for a long time, and you know, gosh, I would say his system has done a lot to disturb me, kind of. You know, I would say that. But that which is really, really true, it's not disturbed, and that shines always through. Yeah. Yeah, because we haven't seen each other for such a long time, and now since a few weeks you're kind of in my life again in person. It's like, oh, I saw your name. It's like, oh, it's like, yeah. So
You were never away.
no, there you go.
Absolutely not.
No, yeah, and I know that. I really know that. Yeah. And you know that too. So
Yeah. And still something in the system likes to hear that.
yes, that's why this is the most important conversation ever. I don't want to talk about anything else. I just want to talk this kind of stuff, because that confirms and makes it even grow bigger, if that is possible. But you know, all these little aspects that don't really know it yet, or they're still lingering and kind of, I'm not sure, or you know, whatever. Everything loves to hear this. So let's just talk this kind of stuff. That's so, I feel discharge in my system. I feel, there's some quivering going on, and my heart is just yum. Oh, yeah, if I would say you, but this conversation is feeding something that it's feeding that longing to be in union. It's just feeding that. So I don't know anything better to talk about. Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting because yeah, this is really good because it makes it clearer also that while all this stuff is going on in the body, all this pain, all these energies, the confirming that this is in union, it's like
Yeah.
there's also
Yes.
a relaxation for that part that still thinks there is some not okayness with that, yeah.
Yes.
What is going on
Yes.
every time or since a long
Yeah.
time, yeah, seemingly. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
And then now I feel a lot of discharge.
Oh, I feel the sweetest discharge ever. So that's maybe you picked it up from here. You know, who knows? Let's feel that together, Iris. Nothing more beautiful.
It's like, I don't know. It's like with all the light, all the bad stuff comes into focus. I don't know.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like feeling all the feelings that were denied to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's, you know, about that beautiful capacity that we have, let's slow it down. Let's take one after the other so that it's not too overwhelming for our systems, because our systems are kind of limited, you know, if it's too much, they go into overwhelm. That's just how physicality is. So let's be, you know, let's slow it down. Let's take just one after the other. We can tell them, you all have your place. You all can come, but we need to go really slow. And root chakra is coming again. Yeah, I know you feel that too. Just acknowledging it. And then in between, always taking a little break, just doing something totally different. It's like letting the child play. Like, I like the color of your shirt. I saw that immediately. I just wanted, this is the moment where I can mention it. I love it. That's just for, open the curtain, It's, say again. See, now it's dark. Now it's dark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now it's dark.
Quick.
Yeah. 8 o'clock, it's dark here. See, that's what it needs. It needs, yeah, the sunshine,
Yeah. Yeah, but there's also a sweet flow happening now somewhere.
Oh.
Trickling. Yeah.
I mean, it's so lucky.
But you're right, it's a good reminder that it doesn't really disturb whatever it's going on.
No,
yeah,
it doesn't. But it needs to be spoken about, obviously.
Yes, because then something happens in that speaking,
Yes.
that it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good to be with all of you again. Also in seeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference. Or just imagine we could all share the same room, the same space. It would, would be.
Yeah. We long for a retreat, actually. You might know that I'm in touch with Gabi a lot. I don't know. And we so miss that, being in a room together with all of our beloveds, and being able to touch.
For the same reason, to come together for the same reason. Oh my God.
I so miss that.
Yeah.
And this is close.
No, this is what we have. So we're grateful for that. Huh? That's just, because we are also clever. If we can't have that, we have something else. So then it's good to be grateful for that. We've learned a lot, huh? Otherwise we suffer. I mean, it's just like that. If you want it different than it is,
doesn't work.
Suffering. Yeah. Here comes our beautiful Byron Katie, and I like that. When she said that, it was actually came from her very clearly. The moment what would she say? She would say, when you argue with reality, whatever reality is. Yeah,
you can only ever lose.
Always lose. Yes.
Yeah. And
it is that way. The moment it's like not arguing with so-called reality is coming into union. Huh? It's like, it's like, this is what's here. Okay.
Thank you.
This is here. Oh, thank you. Where's Judith? There she
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi, Meike.
Hey.
It is so
Yeah.
lovely to
Oh,
be here and to hear, and somehow the system is listening very precisely. It is so beautiful to drink it in. Yeah. And it also recognizes itself in everyone who speaks.
yeah. Since about 20 years now, huh?
Oh, and
if not longer. Isn't
longer,
it?
it's even longer.
Yes, it's longer.
It's longer, and it surprises me that the system still needs to hear the same words.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
And it had to hear it fresh over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what also touches me is to see how deeply in every human being, it seems, this deep layer where we are not enough, or that we somehow something is wrong or not good enough, and I'm so surprised how deeply that also sits in the human, in the humanness. And it's so good to see it and not to believe it, and yet it has such a curiosity. Why is this so rooted somehow? Why is that?
See, I mean, there again, I mean, that's how it looks from here. It's only when it feels separate.
Yeah.
It's that's how my system is experiencing. The moment it comes into this unified field, or it's so funny to. I don't know how it's, but you know what I mean. That when it comes into that felt sense of connection with whatever, that all drops. It is all of a sudden, it's in awe of itself. It's like,
and it's not
wow,
believed anymore. Then there's just not
No.
even a believing.
No, it's not no question even. It's just, it just is in awe of the miracle that is just unlimited, isn't it? There is no right, no, and it's more that being in awe how it's doing it all. But the moment it feels, for whatever reason, alone and by itself again, all that stuff is just in an instant. It's so amazing. Yeah, that's how it looks from here. That's why when we step into this field of togetherness, wow, just whatever it is that comes, it's
in this moment, it brings some tears here.
Yeah, I can. It's like my system is savoring. Something is listening. Something is recognizing, and then it's showing up. Yeah. Again, that's for me. This is intelligence pure. Recognizes, and then it comes and unfolds and shows itself in its glory. Yeah. So beautiful. It's like, when parents are holding their newborns and it's or mother and baby or father, doesn't matter who, it's like, but this in awe of this being. It's like, have you watched it? It's like, wow, nothing more beautiful than this. It's like that. And you look at every tiny little bit, those tiny fingers and that little nose and lips and tongue and all of it. You don't mind that there are no teeth in there. There's just no hair, and because you don't mind it. Oh, it's just, oh, just want to eat it up. So beautiful.
I don't know what is happening. The tears are keeping rolling like waves.
And you're allowing me to drink them and to drink that expression. Yeah. You allow me to speak these words. Yeah. Nothing has to be different. Nothing. Nothing. Ever. That word actually doesn't exist here.
Oh, Meike, can you speak for a moment? Because I see something different. I think
yes,
it's the room of
Iris.
yeah.
Yeah, she forgot to mute.
Yeah.
Maybe she can hear us, then she will come back and mute.
Yeah.
Now I'm back.
You are back. Yeah. And that was that pause moment happening by itself.
By itself. No mistakes, huh?
No.
Comes Byron Katie again.
You
You know that story, huh? When she first started meetings and stuff, and people were coming, and she wasn't used to those Indian terms, and people would come and say namaste, namaste, and she would answer, yes, no mistakes, no mistakes.
I didn't know that story.
It just came back. Hey, Byron Katie.
Yeah.
Namaste, no mistakes.
No mistakes, never.
It's so beautiful how whatever it is shows something, and it for the physicality it goes through emotion and sensation and everything, and when it's done with that it gets quiet. Huh? Yeah. So it's true, it does that. Oh. And then this deep resting or being. Yeah.
Iris, could
could
you mute?
could
Yeah,
you
mute.
mute yourself? Iris? Kannst du dich muten? Thank you. Yes. So soft and present, Judith. That's how it feels. Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah, here too. Yeah. Oh. And then gratitude comes in. Huh? It's so beautiful. Yeah. So beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Monica.
Moin,
Moin, moin. I nearly forgot.
So I reminded you.
Yeah, thank you. Was Mut, das Mut.
Genau.
Sums it all up, huh? Moin, moin, and what Mut, dat Mut. It's nearly like it's trying to be serious, huh? And it doesn't work. Yes, it is. Something had enough of seriousness.
It's time to let the humor speak.
Oh, gosh. And the joy.
Yeah.
You just feel the joy that comes out of you is so, so sweet. So, so, so sweet. You know, and there's another thing. I've noticed that with you, I mean, with some of us, but here with you also especially, then there comes, and it's like an agelessness. You look so young, but it's ageless. I can't, it's just, does anybody else see that? She's like a 16-year-old or something like that, but it's more ageless. It's so beautiful, Monica. Mm. Mm. Ah. Mm. Mm. Oh, and that you allow me to say that is also really, really beautiful.
I'm so grateful to be with you and all.
It's just such a joy sitting with you. It really looks and feels like as if something that has been pulling for so, so long is kind of coming to peace. I'm not sure. Does that make sense when I say that? And you
maybe
don't have to look. Yeah.
maybe there is a beginning of this. Yeah.
Oh, huge beginning. Phew. It's not going there, Monica. It's not going there. It hasn't gone there once this time in our being together. It's there around the corner. It's not that it's
Yeah.
it's not going there. Without us doing anything. You see it? It doesn't want to. It's quite. Yeah, that's how it looks from here. It looks major, actually. You know. You also should watch this. I hope the camera, I hope, I never know who's more often visible, but you should really see yourself like this and see when it wants to go there, but no, then it just no, it's not doing it. So beautiful.
I had a look how much time I have.
Yeah,
1 minute.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Let them close the eyes if they want to be closed for a moment. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Thank you all.
Oh. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Till we meet again. Ciao.